Welcome to our first Thanksgiving video. We're going to have one every day this week, getting us ready for this holiday of gratitude, getting us ready for what it means to be thankful. I'd like to start today in John chapter 6. John chapter 6, verses 1 through verse 15, Jesus does a miracle that many of us have heard about since our times in VBS. He feeds 5,000 with just 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. And not only does he feed the people, but he fills their bellies to the point of bursting and then has baskets full left over. This miracle in and of itself is not only an act of compassion to a hungry and starving crowd, but a manifestation of the true power that God has. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, a far less known part of the story comes just 10 verses later. Jesus says to the people as they demand more of a sign, he says this, "I'm telling you the solemn truth. You aren't looking for me because you saw signs, but because you ate as much bread as you could. You shouldn't be working for perishable food, but for food that will last to the life of God's coming age, the food which the Son of Man will give you, the person whom God the Father has stamped with the seal of approval." It is kind of remarkable that Jesus, after doing this miracle, is faced with ingratitude. As these people are following Jesus, Jesus goes, "You don't follow me because you love me. You follow me because I feed you. You follow me because of what I can do for you." And this is not the way it's supposed to be, but far too often it is. The people actually responded with even a deeper layer of ingratitude when they said, "Our ancestors ate manna in the wilderness. What work are you doing?" It says in the Bible that he gave them food from heaven to eat. When rebuked for their lack of gratitude, their response is to even have less gratitude, to be even more selfish. While Moses in the past, what makes you different, Jesus? Moses fed us just fine. You're no different. You're not special. And then he criticizes them with this. "I'm telling you the solemn truth. It wasn't Moses who gave you the bread from heaven." Verse 32. "It was my Father who gave you bread from heaven. God's bread, you see, is the one who comes down from heaven and gives life to the world." At this moment, they realize their mistake, focusing so much on the stuff that Jesus could give them that they missed out on the Jesus standing before them. So they say, "Master, give us this bread and give it to us always. Master, give us this bread and give it to us always." "I am the bread of life," replied Jesus. "Anyone who comes to me will never be hungry. Anyone who believes in me will never be thirsty." How are we coming to God right now, today, in this week of Thanksgiving? Are we coming to him to see what he can do for us? Are we coming to him with a laundry list of requests and pleas for blessings and for items and for fulfillment, or are we simply being fulfilled by him? In this season of Thanksgiving, let us remind ourselves that the greatest form of gratitude we can show to God is by just loving him, falling in love with him. Spend some time today checking your own intentions. Are you like the crowd that simply comes to God for what God can do for you? Or are you going to God because you love him, you need him, and you want him in your life? Happy Thanksgiving week. I'll see you tomorrow morning.